So yes, I've spent a tremendous amount of time in conversations with people locally as well as at the state level about the holidays. And I know that there are people, I don't know who's watching this, but there are people who, there's some speculation that there is a plan that hasn't been shared, which is not the case, or if it is, I'm not aware of it. So if somebody has a plan, they can share it with me. We have talked extensively about many options about what to do, and really landed on the fact that we will be communicating clearly that we expect people to follow Vermont state guidance around quarantining and travel. We expect people to follow it. We expect them to follow it now. We expected them to follow it last week. We certainly expect them to follow it after Thanksgiving. So for our families, as we talked about earlier, our distance learning model and the hybrid model we have is built on the ability for students to be at home, learning from home, or being in the classroom. So I fully expect that there will be families who do not come back to school right after Thanksgiving because they either had folks in their homes and they were not quarantining, or they traveled and are now needing to quarantine because of that. So our system is designed for that. What we don't know is staff. We know that our staff understand that they are expected to work. But we also understand that there are likely going to be some people who are going to require quarantine. So the approach that we've taken at this point is to try to have an understanding. I have absolutely no idea who's doing what. So we are asking people to communicate with us so that we can make sure that we can respond to, COVID-related leave requests before the holidays, that we have a sense of who may be requiring quarantine because they already know that they have travel plans that will require that, so that we can be organized and as prepared as possible. That for me, my hope is that our staff respond to that and do share with us ahead of time. I'm hoping that on Monday, November 30th, my phone doesn't start ringing at 5:30 in the morning because I find out that we don't have enough people to open our schools. So we are doing what we can in order to communicate with folks. So my hope and expectation is that we are able to open our schools and return and operate between the holidays. I think many of our families need that. Many of our children need to be in school. Many of our families need to be able to work. It's around the holidays, and I take that seriously. The idea of putting our families in a position in which because of something a decision that we made based on no clear, hard evidence, puts them out of work before the holidays because they need to care for their children, doesn't feel great to me. I don't know what's going to happen. Every single one of us probably waits every single Tuesday to see the map, which is getting, worse by the minute. I don't know what the state's going to do. I don't know what's going to happen next week or the week after. I don't know if somebody at some level is going to say we need to shut things down. But at this point, we're going to try to stay open. If something changes, it changes.
Thank you.
But that's where I am at this point.